There is a beetroot sitting on my cutting board tonight. It's nothing to look at. The skin is dusty, a little muddy from the garden, the sort of plain root most people boil until it's soft, drown it in butter, and never think about again. It cost me less than the coffee I bought this morning. And yet, watch what happens when I take my knife to it. The color bleeds out deep and red, staining the wood like ink, running into the grain the way it has for every woman who ever cut one open in a country kitchen. This ordinary thing, cheaper than a cup of coffee, holds something the woman smiling down from the department store poster is paying $300 a jar to fake. My name is Rachel. I am 64 years old, and I have spent most of my life learning what women knew before the counters and the catalogs told them they knew nothing. My grandmother didn't have a serum with a French name. She had a garden, a few habits, and a face that stayed calm and bright well into her 80s. I'm not here to sell you anything. I've nothing in my hand but a beetroot and the truth. And by the end of these few minutes together, you'll know exactly how to make a simple beetroot treatment to use at night, and you'll understand why no jar in the world can do the thing your own body already does for free. Now here is the part that should make you a little angry. Not at yourself. Never at yourself. At the store you were sold, you've seen the word everywhere. Collagen, collagen powders you stir into your coffee, collagen gummies, collagen creams for $200, $300 an ounce, collagen-infused serums that arrive on your doorstep every single month, whether you asked for them again or not, and the whole culture around it, the fillers, the needles, all built on one quiet suggestion, that the firmness leaving your face is a hole only they can fill, and only if you keep paying. Let me tell you why the beetroot lost and the powder won. It isn't a villain in a boardroom. I'm not telling you there's a man somewhere hiding this from you. It's simpler than that and almost worse. A beetroot grows in dirt. You buy it once for $1 a bunch. It can't be trademarked. There is no monthly refill in a vegetable, no subscription, no hopeful little word to print on a shiny label. A collagen powder, though, that must be rebought every month forever. That's where the money is. So that's where the marketing budget goes. No recurring purchase, no advertising, and the knowledge simply goes quiet. That's all. That's the whole trick. So let me give you back what went quiet. Here's the thing nearly everyone gets wrong, and I mean the clever people too. You cannot rub collagen onto your face and have it become your collagen. The molecule is far, far too large to pass into the skin. It sits on top and washes away. And you cannot swallow collagen and aim it at your cheeks like a delivery truck. When you eat it, your body breaks it down into ordinary amino acids exactly the same as it would a piece of chicken or a bean. It does not travel up to your face with a little map. I'm sorry, but that's the plain science, and I'd rather tell you the truth than sell you a hope. So the question was never, how do I add collagen? That was the wrong question all along. The real question, the one your grandmother answered without ever using the word, is this. How do I stop destroying the collagen I already have, and how do I give my skin the raw materials and the circulation it needs to keep making its own? Because you are making it right now, tonight. Your skin has not forgotten how. It's just been under attack and underfed. That's where this humble root earns its place on the board. Let me tell you what's actually inside it. Beetroot is rich in something called betalains. That's the pigment doing all that deep red staining. And they are real, genuine antioxidants. You don't need the word. Here's what it means for your face. Every day, sun and pollution throw off tiny sparks of damage, what the scientists call free radicals, and those sparks chip away at the collagen and elastin you already have. Antioxidants are the little bucket of water that calms those sparks down. Beetroot also carries real vitamin C, and vitamin C is one of the few things your skin genuinely needs as a raw material to build collagen in the first place. So we are not adding collagen. We are protecting the collagen you have and feeding the factory that makes more. That is a completely different and completely honest promise. Now let me walk you through how I actually use it step by step because the how matters as much as the what. The first thing is the simple beetroot rinse. You take one small raw beetroot, peel it, and grate it fine. About 2 tablespoons of the pulp. Press that through a bit of clean cloth to catch the juice. That juice, dabbed lightly across clean skin with a cotton pad and left for 10 minutes before you rinse, is your antioxidant wash. Twice a week is plenty. Not every night. More is not better with anything active, and I'll not have you overdoing it. The second thing, and this is the treatment I'd give you if you only ever did one, is the nightly beetroot and yogurt mask. 2 tablespoons of that grated beetroot, 1 tablespoon of plain whole milk yogurt. The yogurt matters. It carries a mild natural lactic acid that gently loosens the dull, dead surface cells, so your skin looks brighter, and takes in moisture better. Mix it to a loose paste, smooth a thin layer over your face, avoiding the eyes, and leave it 10 minutes while you brush your teeth. Rinse with cool water. That's the whole thing. Pennies. Now, before you do a single bit of that, the third thing, and it's not glamorous, but it's the mark of whether someone's being honest with you. Patch test. A dab on the inside of your wrist, wait a full day. Watch for any redness. Beetroot stains, and some skin is sensitive to acids. So you find that out on your wrist, not your cheek. Anyone teaching you a remedy who skips the patch test is not looking after you. The fourth thing is what you do with the leftover pulp instead of throwing it away. A teaspoon of it mixed with a teaspoon of honey makes a gentle, hydrating lip and cheek treatment. Honey holds water in the skin. It's been used for wounds and skin for thousands of years, and it gives that faint natural flush without a stain that won't come off. The fifth thing is timing, and this one I need you to hear clearly. If you're using anything bright and acidic like this, or citrus, you use it at night. Never before you go out into the sun. Citrus especially, lemon, lime, on the skin plus sunlight can burn and mark you badly. That's why this is a nightly ritual. The sun's down, the skin repairs itself overnight anyway, and you wake to it rinsed clean. The sixth thing, and here's where I want to be careful with my words because the industry loves to twist them, this routine helps even out your tone and soften the look of the dark spots that time and sun leave behind. It brightens, it does not bleach, it does not whiten, and I'd never use those words. Your skin's color is your skin's color. We are only lifting the dullness and softening the look of unevenness, not changing who you are. The seventh thing is the part I went back and forth on, honestly, because it's the part the powder companies would rather I didn't say out loud. The single most powerful thing you can do for the collagen in your face costs nothing and comes in no jar. It's protecting your skin from the sun every single day, and it's sleep. Sun is the great destroyer of collagen, more than age itself. A wide hat and shade will do more for the firmness of your cheeks than any $300 cream ever mixed. There's no product in that sentence, which is precisely why you've heard it so little. The eighth thing brings the beetroot full circle, this time on the inside, and only because it's food. Roast it, grate it raw into a salad, drink it. Eating beetroot won't send collagen to your face, we've settled that. But it does support your circulation, and good circulation is what delivers oxygen and nutrients to the skin so it can keep doing its work. It's food. Eat it as food. That's an easy line to keep honest. Let me tell you about two women because I think it says it plainer than I can. One I know spent years on the counter routine. The serum, the refill, the little jar with the hopeful name, and eventually the needle, chasing back the volume along her mouth. She looked tended to, but tired underneath it, and quietly frightened of the day she'd stop paying. The other kept a garden, beetroot and greens, a hat in the summer, early to bed. No fear in her face at all, because she never handed her skin over to anyone to hold hostage. That's the contrast. It isn't about one line being deeper than another, it's about who owns the calm. Now let me answer the questions I know you're holding, because you're no fool, and I'd be insulting you not to. Does this really work, or is it just a nice story? It works the way true things work, quietly, and only if you keep at it. It defends and it feeds and it brightens the look of your skin. It will not plump a deep fold overnight. Anything that promises overnight is selling you the fold back next month. Isn't natural just a slower version of the expensive stuff? No, it's a different thing entirely. The expensive jar is often selling you the same idea dressed up, plus a monthly bill. Slow isn't the weakness here. Slow is what real is. What about my dermatologist? Keep her. I mean that. If you have a skin condition, a rash, anything that worries you, this is not a cure, and I'd never call it one. Go see her. This is a gentle, nourishing habit for ordinary skin, not medicine. Is it safe? For most skin, use the way I've told you. Patch tested, at night, twice a week, kept off the eyes, and never before the sun. Yes, you are the one who knows your own skin. Listen to it. Step back with me for a moment. There's something bigger here than a beetroot. Somewhere along the way, women were taught that everything their own bodies did was a flaw to be corrected by purchase, that firmness was a product, that time was an emergency, that the answer was always outside them and always for sale, and the plainest, oldest knowledge, the root, the garden, the early night, the shade, got called old-fashioned precisely because no one could bill you for it monthly. Taking it back isn't just skincare. It's remembering that you were never broken to begin with. So here is your simple assignment, clean and in order. Tonight, patch test a little beetroot juice on your wrist and wait a day. Then, twice a week, make the mask. 2 tablespoons grated beetroot, 1 tablespoon plain yogurt, 10 minutes. Rinsed cool, always at night. Use the honey and pulp on your lips and cheeks when you like. Wear your hat in the daytime and get your sleep. That's the whole routine, and it costs you about $1 a week and nothing of your dignity. Now I read every comment on these. I truly do. So tell me this. What did the women in your family do for their skin before the counters existed? What do you remember watching your mother or grandmother make? Write it down for me. That's how we keep the knowledge from going quiet again. And next time, I want to show you the one thing in your kitchen cupboard that helps soften the look of those fine lines around the eyes, the most delicate skin you have, and why the eye creams charge you the most for the least. Come back for that one. Until then, remember, the women who came before us knew things about their own skin that we are only just beginning to remember.